Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Ichi the Witch chapters 52 onward. Don't know how many I'll do, just however many. It feels like a natural place to end, however many before I'm like, okay, this is good for a video. I'm excited to continue. It feels like forever. I think I didn't have a chance to do a video last week. Maybe that's why we took a week off. Maybe that's why I feel like it's been forever since I've gotten to read. I really like the stuff we got last time, especially with Jiki Shirone and everything, developing her as a character. All of that was really, really good, really fun, and it seems like we're going into our new arc, the Chronostasis arc, maybe? We're going to a ghost ship. The ghost ship idea kind of reminds me of the ghost ship creature from Grand Blue Fantasy. I'm excited. Time magic seems really OP if we get a hold of this one, but it feels like, whenever you get a long-running shonen, you start off with the kind of short arcs establishing things, and that felt like what we were getting up until eventually you get to a point where we start getting deep into longer story arcs that really feel like a full story on their own, and the Gokuraku Kagami arc felt like that, and then we had the debut for Ichi, and it seems like with that building up the world and characters some more, now we might be going into another big arc like with the Kagami arc. So I'm excited for that, especially with a new character. We get Jiki Shirone going along with the characters and everything, so we'll have her around. All of that's really cool, and we're already starting Volume 7. We have one more chapter of Volume 6 to finish up, and then we're already onto Volume 7. Volume 9 is coming out soon, I think. So really, we could finish 7, 8, and 9, and we could be caught up before Volume 10 even comes around. And that's, I'm talking about in Japanese, certainly be caught up before Volume 10 comes around in English, which is crazy to think about the progress we've made. But with that all aside, let's go ahead and start reading with Chapter 52. Chapter 52 starts with Ichi, and it's called 50-Second Hunt Freeze. Descaras, something isn't right here. Hey, don't stray too far from me. You'll leave the range of my barrier spell. Is that a barrier spell around that ship, too? No, it isn't. That's less a barrier, and more its own little pocket of space. Inside of it, everything is frozen. And they said people have gone missing in those seas or whatever, and I brought up last time that there's a chance that all those people that have gone missing aren't actually missing, but they've been frozen in time somehow, and that after all of this arc goes down, after the magic is acquired, all of those people might be saved and set free. I could see something like that happening. So they enter in. Wow, I'm standing on the sea. Everything really is frozen inside this dome. Whoa, outside is a storm. Even the fish aren't moving. Ichi, do you remember the mindset I told you to have for this hunt? Yeah, losing is a given, winning is a gift. Exactly. This time our target is an epic magic. Epic magics, ancient and powerful. These are magics that witches have tried and failed to acquire for a long, long time. Other traits which may lead to a magic being declared epic. Their location or environment makes them near impossible to reach. Provoking them risks catastrophic damage to their surroundings, or their natures are unpredictable enough that inspecting them is deemed too risky. Makes sense? I don't know how much I like the name epic, but I feel like the word has just been so ruined over the past decade or so. But it totally makes sense, especially when it comes to ones that they've tried to acquire for a long, long time. It's like these are magics that are storied. These are magics that have been around for forever that nobody's been able to acquire. And then the other things also make sense for just a high danger level magic. Like it's a magic where even going after them could cause damage to the area around them, and that is something that's really, really bad for the world and humanity. The sum total of information known about the time magic is it manipulates time. That's all. Not only has it rebuffed multiple inspection teams, keeping witches from learning about it, it's twisted time enough to reverse the fact that some teams even reached it at all. This is one shy magic. We don't know its trial or even if it is a human hater, but if it can manipulate time like we suspect, then it'll be a powerful tool to have when we go up against the world hater. Acquiring it would be awesome, but even just starting its trial is a victory. However, as soon as things start looking too hairy, we scram. Got it? Okay then. And we see motion sick Jigi Shirone and nodding Komugi. So cute. It's time to begin an epic hunt. This place looks like it's falling apart. Talk about your stereotypical ghost ship. I betcha it's haunted too. Haunted? There's no such thing as ghosts, right, Ichi? And we see the others looking serious. Something's here. Eek! A hand reaches out. Sailors fear the time magic. Not only do they refuse to sail near its seas, they also created a sea shanty warning against it. And we have a full shanty. What's that sound? The rushing of the waves. What's that sound? The sighing of the wind. No, that's a whistle. One soft hoot. And one ship sinks, another soft hoot, and another ship sinks. That's the voice of one who must never be heard. Epic class magic, the time magic. Its formal name, the Chrono Weaver magic. Okay, and we're seeing a humanoid form. So like I said, maybe all of the magics, once they gain enough power, have a humanoid form. Or maybe they all just have a humanoid form that they can take in general. Because we saw that the one before with World Hater has a humanoid form, but it took a humanoid form temporarily to blend in. And we've seen Bakugami, and now Chrono Weaver, or I guess Chronostasis is the Chrono Weaver magic with humanoid forms. But then also it has the ghost ship form, sort of like how Bakugami also had the tapir form. It swings its arm, and all of them are thrown into the air. Where's the ship? Over there. It kicked us out? Come together, Magneta. Okay, we go again. And that's a magnet powers, like, especially when it's not even like real magnets, like you have to use metal and stuff. Just having pushing and pulling powers is so OP for Descaras to have. Like, just casually throwing out that she has pushing and pulling powers, which are just crazy cool. Then, okay, we go again. Speed Ray. And this one looks cool. And it just launches them in. And we have Descaras landing elegantly, whereas Ichi and Komugi are just getting tossed into the ground. Then it picks up a stopwatch. The difference between the watch I left on the deck and Mugi's watch. You smooth bastard. You stopped time for us. First Dororo, then the world hater, now you. Your skills are so cheaty it makes me sick. Okay, never mind, it was a 2-page spread. The difference between the watch I left on the deck and Mugi's watch is about 15 seconds. Thought so. Okay. Well then, let's see how short the time intervals for that power are. She rushes in. Dun da da da, time to swab the decks. And a knight pops out. Uh-oh, did I interrupt? Oh my goodness, so many guests. An entourage of witches, maybe. Oh gosh, then this is hardly the time to clean. I'm so sorry for interrupting your undoubtedly serious discussion with my jaunty entry. I had no idea that you were already occupied. I'll leave you to it right away. And he's grabbed by, Gokuraku and Ichi. Oh dear. I've been caught. Oh no, now what? Goodness, these gentlemen won't even budge. I'm in trouble. It's not stopping time? Ichi, Gokuraku, hang on to that one. You got it. Yipes. What? That shorty over there is a buddy magic of yours? Whatever the case, if you won't touch us while we've got it, I'ma use that. Heh, we have evil smile Descaras. Now then, what say you let us take your trial, and make it a simple one if you can. Descaras, I think there's a human in this armor. Not only that, she's pregnant. And we have the reactions from Komugi, Jikishirone, and Descaras. Oh, good guess. I'm just your run-of-the-mill pregnant lady. Please, would you not acquire my hubby? Okay, so not only is it not a human hater, it is quite the literal human lover. And this also makes you question, okay, there might also be another explanation. Human magic hybrids, what would they be like, is what I was going to say. But also, could this potentially be the magic inside of a human body? Sort of like Jikishirone. Is it a situation where maybe she's been pregnant for like 300 years or something, but something bad was going to happen to her and her husband, so her husband let the Time Weaver magic into his body in exchange for keeping the two of them alive, frozen in time? So they're just kind of stuck here as is? You're what? Yeah. The baby I'm carrying is the child of a human and a magic. Or maybe it is actually a hybrid. Wait, what? Oops, I said it. And I'm going to say it based. She is living her dream for real. Good for her. Good for her. I love everybody's faces toward the end. Kumugi's is insane. And Jiki Shirone has looked offended by like all of this. Really good chapter though. Also, wild way to end the volume. That's the end of volume 6. Nuts. So either way, let's go ahead and start the next volume with chapter 53. Alright, now we're starting volume 7 and it looks like they have a full table set here. Now, to set out all the plates. Oh, would you get cups for our guests, please, dear? How many? 5. Can we use the red ones? Sure. Okay, everyone, please have a seat. We have everyone lining up. Let's eat. And I wonder where they get all the food. We have everyone's reactions. On board the ghost ship Chronostasis. I hope you like it. Fish dishes are a specialty of mine. Oh, I should introduce us, huh? I'm Minerva, and this is my hubby, Chro. Chrono. I am the Chrono Weaver magic. But I always call you Chro. Enough, Minerva. Chro, a magic named Chro. And aren't you gonna call me Minnie like always? And always, Minnie? No, this is a tangent. Let's get back on topic. Ahem. Alright then, let's talk business, says Descaras. Chro, what is it you love most about Minnie? Hey, I'm curious about how you two met, says Gokuraku. Oh, that's a spectacularly epic tale. Minnie, how are you, physically, says Ichi. I'm the picture of health. Totally fine. I could give birth any minute. Like, right here in this ship? Isn't that risky? Says Komugi. And I love how they're all matching her energy instead of his. The big question is how the two of you conceived a kid in the first place, says Jikishirone. I don't know. I think Chro might be too shy to talk about that. Right, Chro? And he makes the hand symbol again like before. Oops, gosh, I'm sorry. My hubby can be too bashful at times. You didn't have to dump them in the ocean, though. And then they're all soaked as they came back again. And we see recap, freeze, then toss. No, we apologize for our impertinence. We'll refer to you as Mr. Chrono Weaver Magic henceforth. Everyone is drenched. Anyway, so, you're here because you want to acquire my hubby, right? Basically. The Chrono Weaver magic's a powerful magic the Matinelle Witches Association has wanted to acquire for ages. We could use it in our fight against the World Hater. So, if you'd allow us to take your trial, we'd really appreciate that. And then she gets in front to block him. I love my hubby. I don't want anybody to take him from me. Besides, if he gets acquired, there's no telling what kind of effect it might have on our baby. If you still insist on acquiring him, you'll have to go through me to do it. And he's armored up again. Oof, this hunt just got awkward. Hey, can I ask a question? Says Ichi. What? Komugi read all the reports on you to me. This is a vicious stretch of ocean. Over 300 ships have sunk here, and lots of people died. Did you do that? No, it wasn't me. Another magic lives in these seas. He's temperamental and dislikes humanity. These seas are choppy because he's twisted the currents to keep humans out. This is such a cool twist that we thought we were going after the Chrono Weaver magic and he was going to be the big bad and everything, but he's actually, if not friendly, at the very least neutral. He just wants to be left alone with his wife and all, and he's using the dangerous area to hide in that this other magic is created, basically. But this other magic is the actual antagonistic force, the actual, human hater. Then you don't have any ill will towards us? I'm uninterested in humanity, with the exception of Minerva. However, if anyone threatens Minerva or the child, I will not hesitate to kill them. Okay, that's fine. This hunt is cancelled. Is it? Asks Kokuraku. This magic has no hostility toward humans, and doesn't seem to be prone to wanton killing either. He doesn't trigger death for death, and if he isn't a human hater, I don't see a reason to hunt him. Fair, says Descaras. We knew it was a long shot going after this big target. We didn't expect to leave with you, and kicking up some big fight just means unnecessary collateral damage. And then Gokuraku, if Ichan doesn't want to, then I'm okay with that. Me too, says Kumugi. Alright, for now we're calling off the mission. I'll report that to the association. But acquisition aside, could you maybe let us know your trial? Nothing, never mind, I didn't say anything. He makes the hand sign again. Besides, there's a bigger issue we need to report on first, right? Never mind our mission. The major question right now is the baby. Yeah, it's how to get rid of that baby, says Jiki Shirone. And they all glare over. Whoa, what did you just say? Huh? Did I say something weird? Master Jiki Shirone, getting rid of babies is, what's wrong with that? I mean, a half-magic, half-human baby? Come on, those totally should never be born. It's never happened before. What if they turn out to be some crazy monster? And most of all, the whole idea's just gross. There's no way the world would celebrate the birth of a baby like that. And immediate, gorgeous 2-page spread of Jiki Shirone getting slapped. Even if 100 people hate my child, and 1,000 people think they're disgusting, I'll still be glad that they were born. And I'll love them enough for 1,000,000 people because I'm their mom. Hey, I'm just telling the truth. Silence. Everyone quiet. And Chronostasis speaks up. Witch, do you have a spell to hide your presence? And Descaras nods. Use it now. No one make a sound. Not unless you wish to die. Chrono, hey Chrono, you in? Okay, so he might even be hiding Minerva from the human hater. It's me. Your best bud is here. I got you a present too, so let me in, Kay? I love this setup. I think it's amazing. I love the Chrono Weaver magic and Minerva already. I think they're incredible characters. And I love the twist of thinking you're going in for the chronostasis magic, but instead we have to deal with this human hater who's been causing all of these, 300 plus deaths, but nobody even knew that he even existed. That's such a cool setup for the arc. And the conflict of what Jiki Shirone said versus, wanting to see what happens, with human and magic child. And even just addressing that in general, where a lot of a lot of manga don't address that kind of thing. I think it's super, super cool. Okay, so all of that, incredibly cool. I love the setup for this arc, but we get to continue, so let's go to chapter 54. Alright, starting 54, and I think at the pacing we're going, I might try to go to at least 55 or 56. Oh, Chrono, how you been? And it's me, your bestest bud, Kizashi. 54th Hunt, Interloper. Look, guess what this is? It's a king whale eyeball. Heat 'em up and they pop. It's a ton of fun. I brought a whole bunch. We can have a pop party together. So yeah, let me in. And he's continually blocking. Why wouldn't you ever let me in your house? I've asked so many times, but you never let me in. I thought we were best buds. Just how secretive are you, huh? I see you're as gabby as ever. Did you just call me your bud? No, leave. Annoy me any longer and I'll cut all ties with you. Not that, anything but that. You're right, it's not good to do things your best bud doesn't like. I guess I'll go home again. Farewell, my bestest bud. And he comes in again. Not. And he forms up a whirlpool. He's making a Rasengan. Gemma. And then he gets trapped in the time bubble like they were before and tossed out into the ocean. Bwahaha. And he just laughs as he gets unfrozen. Yes, this is the best ever. In the whole sea, only one being can survive my attacks. It's just you, Chrono, no one else. This is so fun. You really are the bestest ever. That's why I like you so much. Man, if only all living things were as powerful as you, Chrono. Who needs weaklings? I sure don't. Especially humans. For as weak as they are, they're always in the way. There are way too many. Who needs them, right, Chrono? Are you done? Then leave. But our pop party? Not happening. Party pooper. Oh well, this was fun, so I guess that's okay. I'll bring lots more presents next time. Don't bother. Bye-bye. By the way, hey Chrono, can I ask a question? Is it true that you made a baby with a human? And now that baby's sucking up all your power, making you weaker and weaker? Maybe that's why time only freezes for 15 seconds? Oh, that's two questions. Oops. I just kind of heard that through the grapevine, you know. But it's totally fake though, right? You'd never do that. It's total slander, I know. So, how would this info even spread? Still, as your best friend, as your best friend ever, I'm kinda concerned for you. So let me in. I want to check your house, just to be sure, okay? Then I'll know that dumb, gross rumor's totally fake. You're okay with that, right, Chrono? And he starts forming more attacks. Gemma? And he makes a time bubble again to stop it. To stop the one that's up in the air. And it ruptures. Why? Why'd you have to go that far? Come on, is something on this boat really that important to you? And why'd that actually injure you? Don't tell me it's true you're getting weaker. And he goes through the stages of frustration and starts weeping. Why? You can't get weaker. If you're weaker, then we can't play. We won't be bestest buds anymore. And then, oh, I'll kill it. Yeah, I'll just kill it, then you'll go back to being your super powerful self again, right? Yeah, you can't do it yourself because it's your own kid, but I can. Okay, say no more. I understand now. And this brings up another question. Like, we brought up what would even happen with a half human, half magic, but it seems like it's not just being born on its own, it's draining away chronostasis. So if it drains away Chrono, then will it just have the time powers and Chrono will fade away? It's questionable. Now, I'll eradicate every last little thing that makes you weak right now, this minute. And we have a stab go in. Hinazuri, and we have immediate jumping from Ichi. Purposeless murder. Clear intent to kill. Death for death is triggered. I will hunt you. Who are you? And see, this is good. We take out this guy, the threat is gone. I mean, this is how when we got introduced to him, this is how I figured it would go. We take out the threat, then the threat is gone, and they don't come back to the Witches Association empty-handed, but rather come back with, a new magic acquired. However, I feel like they would need to make a deal with chronostasis, because if they leave him out here in the ocean alone without the rumors and the whirling seas created by this magic to protect him, especially if he's getting weaker as the baby's born, I would fear that the World Hater or some third party would come in after him and Minerva and the baby. If they didn't, I don't know, I guess come back with them to the Witches Association and make some kind of deal for protection there. I feel like they'd be in danger on their own after this. But either way, that is 54 aside, and it was really good. Again, obviously, I don't like this guy. I hate this guy. Screw this guy. But that's how we're supposed to feel. So it's not like I'm thinking anything that the author wasn't trying to get across. He definitely has a very what's that series called? Not Hell of a Boss, but the other one. I guess they're kind of the same thing. The one that the pilot came out before Hell of a Boss. What's that called? Vivzy Pop is the person who made them. It's like Princess of Hasbin Hotel. He has a very much that kind of vibe with the design and annoying personality. That's what it really, really reminded me of the whole time. But either way, with that aside, let's go to chapter 55. 55 starts with, "What the? Who are you?" And we have a color page. "I'm a witch, and I will hunt you." A witch? But you're male. An interesting color scheme, not what I was expecting. I think I've said that for pretty much every character, though. When we actually get to see the colors, they are not what was expected. Like, I was thinking like maybe white and red, white and orange. Definitely wasn't thinking white and green. And now we have a color spread. Really good looking. Just taking in everybody's outfits. Gokuraku looks really, really cool. I like that outfit for Komugi. Okay, and we have 55th Hunt, Neil. Male witch, male witch, male witch, male witch, witch but male, male but witch. Hang on, I heard something about this. What was it? Male witch, oh, Ichi the Witch. You're the one Lord World Hater told me about. And they both react. So, again, if he's getting info from World Hater, it just kind of backs up more of what I said before, where I feel like Chrono is in danger. And Ichi gets grabbed. "You have strong spells, right? Will you play with me in Chrono's place?" He takes off with him. "Ichi!" And then, "Ichi the Witch, listen well. I will not tell you my trial. It's simplicity itself. Kill me. Snuff the life out of me. My name is the Octobomb Majik. My nickname is Kizashi. I'm one of the 7 stars in service to Lord World Hater." So, we're getting introduced to the 7 stars. And this one doesn't seem that reliable. Maybe the guy we saw before was another of the 7 stars, and this makes it very, very funny if there are 7 stars. If the World Hater has his own little organization set up of magics beneath him working for him, and and Bakugami wasn't one of them. Bakugami was just so obsessed, but isn't actually even one of the 7 stars. I hate humans because they're so weak. If you want to acquire me, prove that they're strong. And will Bakugami be like, "Okay, Ichi, I'm on board. I'm helping you out to take out these 7 stars just out of jealousy of them." Prove that you're strong. Kill me, Ichi the Witch. I know this feeling. I felt it before. Death for death. And he goes into full Uroto form, Uroto amped version. And we see Inazuri. Okay. Boil, Inazuri, and 2 back-to-back 2-page spreads. He just gets completely zapped by the buffed Inazuri blast, and Ichi starts falling back down. Gokuraku comes in to catch him. "Hichan, Hichi, is he okay? What was that crazy cool explosion?" "He's okay, he's just asleep. Hichi's okay, Master Descaras." And she stances up. "Whew, yeah. Again, yeah, again, again, woo, again. Ooh, So that's King Uroro. That was so awesome. It's been ages since I got shocked to my core. Wait, you're asleep? Oh, why'd you have to go and fall asleep? Is that it? No! What, or you gotta wail on me with that like a bajillion more times. Gimme more, Uroro, more. And Uroro Amp's spell didn't work. Moogie, prep comets for everybody. I'll buy time. We're retreating. I got all excited when I heard he got a hit in on Lord World Hater, but that was, well, that was so sadly, well, sad. Ha, yeah, weaklings suck. Like, what's even the point of you lot? Who says you're allowed to live if you can't keep me satisfied? And he starts creating another water bomb behind himself. Hordes of you squishy humans infesting everything. You're so weak, yet somehow you're still alive, and that sucks. Trash like you doesn't deserve to exist. How dare one of you seduce my bestest bud ever? Screw male witches and screw Uroro too. Weaklings need to stop getting my hopes up. Hey, disrespectful wretch. I was going to let you finish, but then you had to go and mouth off. Oh, what insolence. Every single one of you. And we have the reactions from Chrono and Descaras as well. Kneel. You're in the presence of the king. And we have Uroro's personality taking over. I think this is the first time we've ever seen this happen. Uroro's personality takes over. It's crazy. So, after releasing that much energy, it seems like Ichi's personality was spent. He just threw all his MP out. But his body is still okay enough for Uroro to take control. Really cool stuff though, but there's no way I could end here. So, really good chapter and all. Let's continue into 56. So far, I'll say the setup, so creative, so cool, not what I was expecting. I enjoy that a lot. The conflict, however, has been pretty straightforward. Guy shows up, he's super annoying, and we have to fight him physically, but he just tanks the attacks. Again, not the most crazy exciting, and his powers seem to be like water bombs, water attacks. Again, not the most exciting villain or complex or anything. Kind of straightforward at this point. So let's see where we go. And of course, like I said, I find him a bit annoying. But I think we are obviously supposed to. And now it looks like we have the inside of Ichi. Whew, you did it, you did it. You used me. A magic slapped you with bloodlust and you dashed ahead without a single thought in your stupid head. And then you used me. We have 56th hunt extra. Now, for 3 days, you're laid out flat. Serves you right, you dumb feral brat. He's smirking. And gets stabbed and popped by Ichi. Where am I? Violence first, questions last, huh? Feral barbarian. Is this my magic circle? A pocket of it the other magics can't reach. We're basically suspended in the instant between when you used me and when you conked out. Alright, I used you. Then my hunt failed? Yep. You let the other guy's aura overwhelm you, then lashed out with me as a reflex. Not only did that totally fail, but now you're also out cold and totally defenseless. Your lame attempt at war crimes against magics flopped, and now you're even a lamer sack of uselessness. So, how's it feel to suck, How's it feel? Well, you came out just to gloat, huh? And he pulls out a remote and sets up a TV for him. It's looking real bad for your team out there, too. Thanks to your stupidity, the octopus just might wipe 'em all out. I bet you they'll all die cursing your name. Hurt, or does it hurt? Are you mad now? But when you broke out your ace in the hole first, you lost. What say we watch this wonderfully amusing moment of utter despair together? Mr. Ichi the Witch? That's Uroro. Sad. And he's getting rage baited instantly. They aren't wrong. Say what? A part of the reason I failed was because I overestimated your power. Right, it was Uroro's power that didn't actually take him out. For a supposed king, you're pretty unimpressive. And he goes back into more of his full form that we saw at the very beginning of the series. Since you seem to be operating under a massive misconception, let me straighten you out. You don't rule me. I'm allowing you to make use of me. That's it. For the average witch, acquiring the average magic means they've tamed the magic, like a rider taming a mount. But how well the magic is tamed and how comfortable the witch is with it depends on the abilities of both. Okay, so the abilities of both the magic and the witch play into how strong they are. So that probably is going to matter a lot with Descaras's abilities. Take you, for example. You're effectively clutching at my tail, trying desperately not to get thrown off. Then if I clamber all the way up onto your back, I'll be able to use more of your power? Yes. Want to give it a try? Then, I can show you just how much power I truly have. Oh, I know. I'll turn that mouthy octopus into a smear for you. How about that? Sounds like a win-win situation to me. Well, do we have a deal? No. Why not? Because this reeks of ulterior motives. Hey, I'm being nice and offering to help. You're turning that down? Yes, because I can't trust you. I love the way they go back and forth. We haven't seen it for a while. We didn't see it pretty much at all in the Kagami arc or in the debut and stuff. It's been a while since we got to see them going back and forth like this. They did a bunch earlier in the series. Togai's taught me that between witch and magic, pacts are everything. Tell me everything, hide nothing. Whether or not I choose to ride on your back depends on the terms of our pact. Can you do that? Yes or no? Yes. You will attack nothing aside from the octopus magic. No letting any nearby creatures be collateral damage either. No. I can't keep track of every single living thing that's around us. Then, the team, the Chrono Weaver Magic, Minerva, and Jiki Shirone. Don't do anything that could harm them. Yes. Time limit. 2 minutes. No. 10 minutes. No. 3 minutes. 8. 4. Okay, I love this, that they're actually negotiating, and that the negotiations make sense. Like, if anything, Uroto is asking for a lot less than I would expect. And it kind of makes sense, where Ichi's like, no collateral damage, and he's like, okay, I can't promise literally no collateral damage. He's like, okay, then don't hurt the team, Minerva, Chronostasis, or Jiki Shirone. Okay, fair enough. I can at least not hurt them. That's specific enough. And then, if there's going to be a time limit, then they argue over that. And Uroto only wanting 10 minutes is pretty generous. But they negotiate down. 5 minutes, no more. After that, you relinquish control. The pact is sealed. And he goes within Uroto. And Uroto takes over his body in the present. I'm free. Oh, ha, 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 ha. It's been too long. Oh yeah, taking control of someone else's body feels pretty good. I can see why you're so addicted to it, Prophecy. You, Jiki Shirone. Yo, you look as gloomy as ever, Chrono Weaver. Still, to think you'd have a kid with a human of all things. I'm shocked you'd besmirch the dignity of all magic kind like that. I'm shocked you of all magics would speak of dignity, Uroto. I'd love to laugh in your face, but unfortunately, I'm on a timer. So, you butt out of this, Descaras. And we have Descaras, Kumagi, and Gokuraku restrained. And I guess Uroto in this form, it seems like they're restrained by, remembering all of the names. Ariadne? They're restrained by Ariadne. So it seems like Uroto can use all of Ichi's magics. Ugh, quit staring daggers at me, would ya? The kid's body is picking up the bloodlust and wants to react. And then he stabs ice through the, I forget his name already. The water bomb magic. Keep that up and you'll end up like this pile of calamari. Just instant loss from him. Not that I wouldn't love to do just that, trust me, but we magics can't breach a pact. That said, it'd be a waste if I didn't enjoy every second of the free time I've got, so I'd appreciate it if you could hurry up and revive already. Jeez. And he does revive, and then he pulls his knife wand, Inazuri, 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 just repeatedly blowing through him. Pierce through all, Lazud. And then it fires through. Ignorant, oblivious morons, all of you. Do you seriously think all I do is brainlessly amplify magic? Like that's enough to give me my crown. My name is King Uroro. I am the king of magics. And we have all of Ichi's magics behind him. And then some? So we have a fish. I don't remember the fish. We have a fish who I don't remember. And we have Uruashi and Ariadne and Inazuri, who I do remember. And then I can't tell, that doesn't look that much like Bakugami on the far left. Master of all the world's magic. Now, on to the extra rounds. I'm gonna have me a blast. Okay, so can he just use any magic type, and that's why we're seeing the fish, and that's why he could use Lazud? Even though that's something that Descaras used before, right? Or is it something that he used when fighting Descaras? Or it seems like before, I don't know exactly how it works, but it seems like with some of the things we've seen, there are just like some general use magics that any witch can use, it seems like. Really cool though, really neat, and honestly, I can still keep going. I could do one more, so let's go to 57. It would probably be a good idea to hold myself back and stop after this, but we'll have to see if I can stop myself. We'll see what the ending is like. We start off with, honestly, this adorable panel here at the top. 57th Hunt, Love and Hate. When I first manifested, I made a friend right away. It was always darting around, so I named it Darty. I didn't have a school to swim with. That meant I was alone a lot. Darty got separated from its school too, so we got along great. The two of us went everywhere together. We swam together, played together, ate together, flopped on the seafloor together. And we see him accidentally smashing it and looking horrified. I cried for ages. I cried and cried and cried, and when the bitter tears finally stopped, it hit me. Wasn't it Darty's fault for being weak? It's not like I could change how strong I was. If something was so weak it could accidentally get killed, that was its own fault. I was super duper sad, and it was all the weakling's fault for being weak. I don't ever want to be sad like that again. I'll only be friends with the strong. If you're strong, then you have the right to call yourself my best bud. And that's why I'm shivering right now. I've just run into someone who could be my bestest bud of all time, and we see him looking up to Uroro. You know, that's one messed up trial you've got, right? Just gotta kill you, but you don't die. I'm super proud of my regeneration. Thanks so much for killing me a ton, Your Majesty. I think I've figured out how it works, now. So, what about getting vaporized? I heard there's a way to destroy magics regardless of their trial. If I break you all the way down to the cellular level, you can still can you still regenerate? Oh, if you vaporize me super hard and destroy me, I can still regenerate from that. Then, would you be kind enough to not just be my friend, but be my best friend? He smiles. Fire away, Your Majesty. That's the spirit. Okay, Uroro Ultra Amped version, Inazuri. And we have this massive attack. And another huge spread there. The fox goes yip yip. And he's completely charred. We have everyone else's reactions. And Uroro just laughing through it. Whew, wow. He really did vaporize me down to the cellular level. This feeling. This must be what it's like to be BFFs. I want to go talk to my new best bud. But I don't have a mouth. Darn. Hang on a sec, I'll regenerate and then we can get to know each other. I promise I will. This feels too good. I really want to cut loose. I want to kill. I want more. More. Where's the closest harbor? I think it's 600 miles south. Let's see. Will they be able to escape in time? because I'm about to send them a thunder squall of death. And then he stops from the inside. Ugh, damn feral brat. Stop. Not yet. Too soon. Get back in there. Time's up. No, damn it, not yet. My freedom. Let me out. No, no. And he kicks his way out, expelling Uroro. I hope you go to hell. Damn you. Alright. And then we end there, and honestly, it was so short that I kind of want to keep reading. I kind of want to keep going. Could I do one more? Should I do one more? I guess I probably shouldn't. Now Ichi is back in control. We have the water magic destroyed down to the cellular level, but who knows? Like, he can still regenerate, so what counts as killing him then? What counts as passing the trial? If this does count, then is Ichi just going... It'll be very funny, because Ichi will acquire him, and Uroro is already super annoyed by this whole situation, but then he's going to have to deal with the water bomb magic inside of the magic circle, annoying him at literally all times. So that is actually going to be a funny relationship, a funny situation there. But either way, I do feel like probably a good idea for me to end here. So I'm going to stop myself for now and go edit this and all. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this set of chapters, my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Ichi the Witch, much more on the channel. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's really appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or patron, just hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Not only are you helping to support the channel, which is appreciated, but you also get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece Bingo a bit early. So, thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls The D-Ban and Maru, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pater Dial. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.